The MotoGP world was once again shaken by major news from the official test in Aragon. Ducati launched a series of significant upgrades to the Desmosedici GP25, directly impacting their two key riders this season, Francesco Bagnaia and Marc Marquez. Now, the pieces of the puzzle surrounding Bagnaia's rise and Marquez's dominance are gradually being revealed to the public. What upgrades has Ducati launched for the Desmosedici GP25? Let's discuss them, and don't forget to press the subscribe button. After a series of races that left Ducati fans wondering what had happened to the two-time world champion's magical performance, Francesco Bagnaia finally revealed one crucial component that had been holding him back: the braking system. During the test on Monday after the Aragon Grand Prix, Bagnaia emphasized that he felt he had rediscovered his connection with his bike thanks to the use of larger 355mm brake discs. This component proved to be an extraordinary turning point. "I think this is the most positive test I've had this season," said an optimistic Bagnaia after finishing ninth on the timesheets, 0.697 seconds behind the fastest rider, Maverick Vinales. Bagnaia had previously complained of major difficulties during the braking phase. When using the standard 340mm discs, he struggled to control the bike when entering corners and often lost feeling in the front end, making it difficult to keep the bike online. "I couldn't stop the bike fast enough. It felt like the brakes weren't biting, even when I was pushing hard. The 340mm discs tended to cool down too quickly and I often lost control of the front tire," he explained. However, things changed with the introduction of 355mm brakes. Although the braking force is greater and the potential for locking is higher, he says that the ability to control them has also improved significantly. "Now I can hold on for longer and still control the braking without going off the line. It's much easier for me. The sensation is back to how it was last year," he added. As well as testing the new braking system, Pecco Bagnaia tried out Ducati's new aerodynamic fairing, which is currently being evaluated by the factory team and the VR46 squad. While its performance looks promising in several areas, the two-time world champion is not yet fully convinced that this component is ready for his home race at Mugello. "We still need to analyze it more deeply," said Bagnaia. "Michel Pirro will test it in Barcelona, which will help us collect more data and references before making a final decision." One of Bagnaia's main concerns is the potential need to adjust his bike settings to suit the new fairing design's characteristics. Having found comfort and consistency with 355mm carbon brakes, he does not want to disrupt that progress by adapting to components that are not yet fully mature. "I am very happy with my current bike," he said. "I don't want to have to start from scratch again just because of a new component that doesn't necessarily offer any immediate benefits." Despite making significant progress in recent races, Francesco Bagnaia is reluctant to get carried away. The two-time world champion emphasized that he is not yet performing well enough to challenge for victory, particularly given Marc Marquez's current dominance and peak performance. Bagnaia realizes that the difference in performance between him and the Ducati Gresini rider is still quite large, particularly as we enter the crucial phase of the season, including the home race at Mugello, which comes with a great deal of emotional pressure and expectation from the Italian public. Marc is in extraordinary condition. He has a lot of confidence in his motorbike, and his performance is consistently strong in every session. "I have to stay grounded and not rush," said Bagnaia. "My goal now is to improve gradually, rebuild my confidence and develop a deeper understanding of the motorcycle. I'm not aiming to win the race straight away, because that would put too much pressure on me if I tried to do it too quickly," he added. While Bagnaia began to find a bright spot in the technical solution, especially in the braking aspect of the Desmosedici GP25, Marquez took a different approach at the Ducati private test in Aragon. The eight-time world champion spent much of his time testing the latest aerodynamic package prepared for next season's bike. His focus was clear: to evaluate whether the new aero is homologation worthy before the registration window closes. Ducati are now racing against time. If they want to use the new aerodynamics package for the rest of the season, it must be homologated before the summer break. After Aragon, only Misano remains for evaluation testing, which is considered too short a time frame for making any major decisions. "We spent almost the whole day focusing on the new aero package because, after this, only Misano remains for homologation. And that is too late," said Marquez in a serious tone. Although Marquez was unwilling to provide technical details or specifics on the impact of the new aerodynamics, he did give a positive signal about its performance. "There is big potential in this package. Our lap times with the new aero package are not that different to those with the standard package. But we still need to understand the best combination and how to adapt the bike as a whole, he explained. With the MotoGP calendar moving quickly, the aero decision could determine Ducati's development direction for the second half of the season, and, for Márquez, it could be a key weapon in his quest for a 9th title. Interestingly, while Pecco Bagnaia has openly praised the performance of the 355mm disc brakes, calling them one of the elements that increase confidence when braking, Márquez has a different view. The 8-time world champion admitted that he had also tried the new components but had not noticed a significant difference. "I tried it too, but the difference is small for me. It might feel slightly more powerful when braking straight, but it doesn't affect my riding style too much overall," said Márquez in a relaxed but firm tone. This statement illustrates not only the difference in preferences between riders, but also one of the great advantages of the Ducati Desmosedici GP25, its extraordinary technical flexibility. This bike is fast and can be customized to suit each rider's character and needs. The competition at the top of the MotoGP standings is heating up this season. For the first time in years, Ducati is in an extraordinary, almost paradoxical, situation. The 3 Desmosedici riders are now not only competitive, but truly in the fight for the world title. Interestingly, they are all under the same manufacturer. Alex Marquez, who has been consistent and mature since the beginning of the season, is now a dark horse who cannot be underestimated. Thanks to his consistent performances in the top 8, he is now positioned between the 2 most formidable riders on the grid, 8-time world champion Marc Marquez and reigning champion Pecco Bagnaia. Not only is he a separator in terms of position, he is also a strategic factor, as his presence could determine the outcome of Ducati's title fight this season. With his legendary experience and racing instincts, Marc Marquez has shown that he is adapting to Ducati much faster than expected. He is once again a real threat in every race, and each time the starting flag is waved, victory feels closer for the baby alien. Meanwhile, Pecco Bagnaia is certainly not sitting back. As the defending champion, he realizes that this season's title is not only about defending his crown, but also about demonstrating his superiority over his rivals, including his fellow Ducati riders. Amidst this tension, Ducati must think carefully. The Borgo Panigale team faces a major dilemma. How can they manage 3 fast riders, all of whom are potential world champions, without creating internal friction that could damage their collective chances? This is especially challenging with 2 big names like Marc and Pecco, who have not only big egos, but also unyielding ambitions. The Mugello GP will be an important opportunity to trial these upgrades. For Pecco Bagnaia, it is an opportunity to shine in front of his home crowd. For Marc Marquez, it is a chance to assert his dominance. For Ducati, meanwhile, it marks the start of a new phase in which technology, strategy, and emotional management will be pushed to their limits. One thing is for sure, the GP25 is no longer shrouded in mystery. Leak after leak has been revealed, and this major upgrade could mean the difference between being the champion or the chaser. Will Ducati triumph at Mugello? Or will internal drama erupt amidst the fight for the World Championship crown? Let us know what you think in the comments below.